That's just, there we go. And we're almost ready for the fourth game of Flat Track Fever 2025. This will be the Calgary Junior Roller Derby taking on Rocky View Roller Derby. Who we got skating in black there? Doves for Rocky View. Oh, we got your on.
For Rocky View, we have number 083, She-Hulk, number 0102, Adislam, number 180, April Sowers, number 30, Speedy Petey, number 26, Tenacious T, number 6, Killer Cupcake, number 259, Nemesis, number 909, Masquerade, number 681, Mexicutioner, number 94, Spare Me, number 18, Stevie Whips, number 28, Kaleidoscope, number 618, One Hit Willow, number 60, Fireball, and number 239, The Mystic. What about you, Evil Ash, who's on juniors for Calgary?
Skating in white for the Calgary Junior Roller Derby, we got 1-1 Purple Venom, 1-1-1 Hex, 1-2 Crashity, 1-9 Violet Venom, 1967 Chevy Impaler, 1978 Grease Lightning, 3 Ditzy Dynamo, 333 Green Venom, 38 Havoc Harbinger, 44 Loch Ness Monster, 59 Dead Velvet, 62 Powerline, 666 Pink Venom, 9 Karma, and 913 Wheel Crusher. Our officials for this game, we got Curvicious, Bust Your Bobbles, Powder Blue, Rex, Snado Bronner, Precedent Weevil, Birdie, Kiki, and Toast. Our skating officials are, I'm going to say that's Guinness.
Sweets, Vic Vega, Pterodactyl, Graphy, T-Rated, X-Rated, and Whack Job.
Whack Job.
Whack Job.
Got to remember that H in that whack.
For the Rocky View Rebels coaches, we have Nailbender, Pay the Pain, and Wolfblade Jr.
Looks like our coach benches for the Calgary Junior Roller Derbies. We got Squid Vicious, Sailor Moonshine, and Axel Thorne.
And with that, we have 25 seconds to Derby.
Calgary's going to be putting out Purple Venom as their first jammer, going against April Sowers.
Fun fact about April Sowers is that she was picked for both Team Canada, like Women's Team Canada and Junior Team Canada this year. You're welcome to announce first. I'm so dead.
Jam is on. Oh, looks like Purple Venom's going off for a cut penalty. That puts April Sowers on a power jam.
April Sowers takes the out, getting 4 points. Both benches very chatty. I can hear both coaches from here.
Just pulling up the YouTube feed so I can, if anyone has any questions on YouTube, I can answer them.
And there goes April Sowers again, another 4 points for Rocky View. And with that, we have Purple Venom out doing their initial, now able to collect points. And with that, April Sowers gets a word from the bench and calls it off. Up next, we have the Mystic versus...
I'm going to say that is Dead Velvet.
Yes.
Just because they're the only skate that's not a normal member of Calgary Junior Roller Derby, and I don't recognize them.
Process of elimination. It works 60% of all the time.
50% of the time, it works every time.
Exactly.
And Dead Velvet gets lead.
Not easily, but nonetheless. And with that, the Mystic is in the box, meaning that Calgary has a power jam.
That full mobility chiropractic
A full mobility
No,
chiropractic power jam.
No, sorry, it's a genuine
Genuine
penalty
power
box.
jam. Oh, yes, the genuine penalty box. Is it the full mobility chiropractic?
Accept no imitations.
Yes.
Delva coming around for more points.
Oh, and look at that. The genuine penalty box is empty, meaning the Mystic is out and trying to complete their initial pass.
Mystic still pushing on that pack. And there's a back block on Killer Cupcake.
Bye, Cupcake. Have fun in the sin bin.
And 16 points for Dead Velvet. Puts Calgary Junior Roller Derby up 16-12.
Up next, we got Stevie Whips versus
And Powerline. I don't need to see numbers. Rocky View, I know a lot of them too.
It helps when your boyfriend's the coach and you see him all the time.
For me, I'm usually doing this whenever they're playing. Both jammers trying to push on and get their way through. Powerline does get through.
And once again,
This is Powerline on a power jam.
This is our third jam and also our third power jam that we have seen so far this game. Every single jam, a jammer has gone to the box.
Oh, one hit Willow is now headed to the box. Powerline on a power jam. Powerline is only 13. That was my response when I found out. I was like, what?
And who's that? Junior Team Canada skater Stevie Whips.
Stevie gets through. Powerline pushing.
Power Lane still fighting. And with that, the jam.
Finally hears the bench, calls off that jam.
Up next, we have 180 April Sowers versus 913 Wheel Crusher. Let's hope both jammers stay on the track the entire jam.
As long as they don't both go off.
Yes.
No one likes 2-minute jams.
No, and no NSO likes jammer switches in the box.
Ooh, and April knocked out. Big fall on the outside there.
I heard a whistle, and with that, Grease Lightning is in the box. Rocky View bench very rowdy. I can hear their coaches from here.
April gets through on the inside.
Wheel Crusher still fighting for that initial. And right as I said that, she went to the box.
And Wheel Crusher's off for a penalty. Some solid defense there. That's Chevy Impaler, Grease Lightning, Ditzy, and Violet Venom.
And some really good offense from Masquerade, giving Sowers a lane to skate through. Fancy footwork from Sowers as she fights for 4 more points. And she is successful. So far, that is a 16-point jam for April Sowers.
Some feedback coming. April pushes through again. Now at 20.
Sowers has more than doubled the points for Rocky View Rebels this jam.
Wheel Crusher looking for that star pass. And this jam will come to its natural conclusion here right away.
Star pass successful. Chevy is now the jammer. And as I said that, that's the end of the 2-minute jam.
Looks like Most Great took a penalty right there at the end of that jam.
Sin bin time for Mo.
That buzz? It's coming from something. It sounds like there's a weird buzz in the back. And Purple Venom through quickly as lead jam over Nemesis.
But Nemesis not too far behind. Also trying to get some points. That was beautiful O. Beautiful O. Clear lane for...
That was Purple Venom that did that.
Purple Venom to get those 4 points and immediately calling it off, leaving Rocky View pointless for that jam.
And Del Velvet going to be starting on a power jam as Nemesis took a black box back at the end of that jam.
Jammers really love the sin bin this game. I don't think that's going to go well for them.
In the long run, it will be bad. Dead Velvet just gets past Stevie Whips and Killer Cupcake. I'll look that up. Kate, you're on it. I'm looking something up.
Bye, Mo. Mo goes to the penalty box. Nem back out, trying to get points, while Dead Velvet comes back, trying to get 4 more.
Here's Crafter Math. So if there's an injury in the middle of the track, I'm just going to quickly double tap that. And just pop that up.
Okay.
And if you see on the feed, it blocks like most of the screen.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you to our medics. Medicing this game, we have repeats. And I believe that's Hill's mom. Downhill's mom. Mama Hill.
It may very well be. The medics are that one position you have to have for every derby game, and you don't want to ever have to use them.
Fun fact about medicing is that we literally cannot have derby without them. If there's not a medic watching the game, there is no game.
It's now power line. Jamming against
Tenacious T,
Tenacious
my
T.
derby daughter. It's good to see. It's always good to see Tenacious T on the track. I haven't seen her play in a while.
It's like the ref is talking to the bench.
I love you, Kuzi. We're still officialing this official timeout. Brought to you by Ducky in a Crop Top.
So White's calling their bench together.
This is a great turn up for a junior game. It's always great to see derby players, derby parents, fans supporting the future of roller derby.
You usually see lots of fans for the junior games. It's the adult games that you never know what the crowds are going to be.
Exactly.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I don't know. I'll find out at halftime.
Yes, this is a future announcer problem. We will figure out what's happening later.
Although I got a wireless mic, I can just walk out there if I wanted to. I see Nemesis is now out of the medic area.
I also see Killerella doing track repair. Thanks, Killerella.
If a jam's called off due to a skater injury, how many jams does the skater have to sit out?
3.
3.
I know, because I have called off
your
jams.
head's just in the shot, Shorty. It's like that much of your body.
And immediately Dead Velvet gets lead. Well, Tenacious T still fights through that pack for the initial pass. Those Calgary blockers are not making it easy for Tenacious T as she works through, and Dead Velvet gets 4 points. Graffy calling a penalty.
It's a forearm call on Hex. Dead Velvet able to stay on the inside.
Beautiful.
Gets past Masquerade.
Beautiful line work from Dead Velvet.
Excellent work there by Dead Velvet in the Calgary Junior Roller Derby. Dead Velvet put up 12, 1 point there for T. Close that gap. It's now 43 to 42.
You know it's going to be a good game when it's that close.
Power line now going to be jamming. Oh, we got another official timeout.
When the jam starts, power line will be going against April Sowers.
April Sowers. I got an April Sowers story for you. There was a junior invitational a little while ago. It was a couple years ago. And it was like a level 1, then a level 2, then a level 3. And the 1s and 2s played fine, no mouthguard penalties. When the level 3s were playing, April, skating around the track, pulled their mouthguard out, yelled at her team, put it back in, and got called for mouthguard penalty.
That's really funny.
By her mother.
That makes it just so much better.
It was amazing.
Hi, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Who has lead? Lead was called.
There's a back block on power line.
And that is a power jam for April Sowers. Who
Karma
also
almost able to catch April.
got lead? Yes.
April's now finished their initial pass.
Good reforming from Calgary's blockers. However, Sowers is still able to get through and get those 4 points.
April puts up their 4. Comes around to look for more. April caught there by Chevy Impaler and caught again. Now caught by Karma.
Oof. Big hit from Executioner on power line. By She-Hulk.
Looks like there's a forearm on She-Hulk. She-Hulk is headed to the box. The Genuine sponsored power box. Accept no imitations.
Sowers waiting for confirmation from the bench on what to do. Oh, an incorrect star pass from Calgary, so they have to do it again.
It wasn't a legal star pass. Karma now is the legal jammer.
So far, Sowers has picked up 16 points for their team. By Mystic. Mystic
That's
called for.
like
I
a
did not catch the call.
I think that's a low block.
Probably. 20 for April Sowers on the board. Karma not too far behind her. Immediately calls it off, making that a 22-point jam for April Sowers, putting Rocky View Rebels at 63 versus Calgary Juniors 46. Sorry, 65. Her second time doing it.
She's a monster.
She's gotten 40 of those points.
Of course she has. She's also coaching as she jams. Which I love.
Also, hi, Trauma.
Jam started, then stopped right away. Possibly a procedure penalty. Well, Rocky View did not have a jammer out, so they took that would be a penalty.
She-Hulk serving that penalty for Rocky View.
She-Hulk sits in the boxes. They are the captain of Rocky View.
Rocky View has now successfully fielded a jammer, and it's Masquerade who has lead.
Mo gets through, but so does Purple Venom.
Unsuccessful apex jump from Mo, but great attempt.
Green Venom caught just enough of Mo. Make them have to cycle back.
Sperry pulling Purple Venom all the way back. Who was able to get through on that inside line as Masquerade comes back.
And when Mo knocked down by Wheel Crusher.
And calls it off on the floor. Which is a personal favorite move of mine. Calling it off on the floor.
The first game there, someone called it off in the air as they were falling. Tap, tap, tap.
That's pretty legendary.
Scores now 73-50.
Which is not a big difference in roller derby.
April Sowers now going to be going against Dead Velvet.
Both really
Both
working
Jam trying to get through
out.
on the inside.
April Sowers getting lead.
And April gets through. Dead Velvet. Some fancy work to stay up and stay in.
That was beautiful, Dead Velvet. That was beautiful. With a little hot skip and a jump, Sowers gets those 4 points and calls it off. Up next is Karma versus Stevie Whips.
Stevie whips.
Stevie Whips.
Whips.
Fun fact about Stevie is that whenever I'm announcing and she's not playing, she will come up to me and tell me I sound like the Burger King foot lettuce guy. There goes Stevie getting lead with Karma not too far behind her.
Karma gets through. No pass, no penalty.
A beautiful little bean dip, and Stevie gets that. Gets those little points and calls it off.
And Karma did sneak 1 point in there before Stevie was able to call it off. I'm guessing that is Ella's dad.
Aw.
Is that your dad, Ella? It's a delay, so they might answer in a minute.
Up next, we have the Mystic versus Purple Venom, and the Mystic gets through. She-Hulk back in the sin bin. The sin bin is very popular today. I know, I've been working it.
Lots of people want to spend time in that genuine penalty box.
I mean, who wouldn't want to hang out with those NSOs? Kiki, Birdie, and Toast? Sign me up. And right as I say that, Mo goes to the box. But in better news, Lemistic gets 4 more points for Rocky View Rebels, making
Purple
it
Venom
89 to 51.
Still struggling to get through.
You opposite jinxed her. As soon as you said that, she got out. And Mystic calls it off with those last 4 points, making this a 12-point jam for Rocky View.
And it looks like Calgary is calling a timeout. Come up with a plan of attack, bring this in. Each team does get 3 timeouts per half, plus 1 official review. Should they win that official review, they retain it and get a second official review. Yay, official reviews. Both of these teams have 2 more games, 1 more game on Saturday, 1 more game on Sunday. After this game, we have the Calgary All-Stars taking on the Glenmore Reservoir Dogs at 7 o'clock.
I'm so excited for this game. It's the Calgary All-Stars are going against some of their coaches, and I think it's going to be awesome.
And then at halftime, don't forget to check out all of our fantastic vendors. Who do we got for vendors?
I guess we'll never know.
I guess we'll never know. There's a page missing. These are out of order now.
Oh, no.
There we go.
On that jam line, sponsored by Full Mobility, yep, that's how you say that, Chiropractic, is April Sowers and Karma. If you're on site and your back hurts, go see Brad Ass. He will help you.
You can also get a massage too. And Karma, whoa, I didn't even pay attention. They get through so fast. Get lead jam. Crashy's going for a directional penalty. Karma through again quick.
Sowers coming
Calls
in,
it off.
but unable to get any points.
Keeps April to a goose egg that jam. Dead Velvet.
And Executioner.
Chevy Havoc, and that's Pink Venom in there, solid. And Mexi is through.
Dead Velvet still working really hard to get through their initial, and they do. Well, Executioner comes up trying to get some points.
Runs into Chevy Impaler, and then into Havoc, and then into Pink Venom. Both jammers score 4 points each. Dead Velvet gets ahead of Executioner.
Mexi trying to stay in, but unsuccessful, having to go back and calls it off.
The bench yelling for Mexi to call it. Mexi does pick up 2, and Calgary picks up 3. There's some exciting junior roller derby. And this is now, is that CV?
Is that Addislam?
At a slam. It's the first time they jammed it, so it threw me off. I should have known from the rolling start.
I always love watching Addislam play.
She-Hulk's off in the box again. That's like 4. She-Hulk's in penalty trouble.
Yeah. She-Hulk getting sent to the penalty box as her sister tries to get some points.
And Grease Lightning is headed to the box now to feel shame along with hanging out with Loch Ness Monster.
Well, Addie breaks that century mark for Rocky View with 100 and now 7 points.
Purple Venom trying to push their way through. And Purple Venom
cut.
was pushed out by Mystic and takes a cut penalty. Calgary got all their blockers back out now. Stevie runs into Grease Lightning. And Stevie takes a cut penalty there because Grease knocked them out. That's going to put Purple on a power jam to end this half, or end this jam. We are skating for the full 2 minutes.
It seems like juniors really like to do that.
You did see Dynamo in there trying to make up some space, make some space for Purple Venom.
2 minutes later, we have 118 to 62.
Stevie picked up 3 points before they took that cut penalty.
And lining up on that Bradford ass full mobility chiropractic jam line is
That's Karma.
Karma. And Addie is still in the box, standing.
Karma Mel. Karma trying to push their way through. Just has to get past T. Oh, is caught by April Sowers. Adeslam able to come out of the box and get lead jam. So because Adeslam started in the box, they were able to still secure lead jam. If you go during
A
your
confusing
jam.
rule until it's not. Until it works in your favor. Bye, Cupcake. Have fun.
Karma cycled back now by Tenacious T and April Sowers.
Those Rocky View blockers really not letting up on Karma as Addie does a little apex jump and is able to get 4 more points.
It's a failure to reform penalty on Tenacious T.
That genuine penalty box being really shown some love in this game.
Karma came around, decided to just play a little bit of defense. Chris, what's up? Wave to the camera. You have to step out a little bit. There you go, right there.
Is that Team Indigenous Rising player Chris My Ass? Hi.
Team Everything player.
Oh, so true. Stevie Whips versus Powerline. And Stevie going to the box, the genuine box.
In the feed. That's how much of a delay it is. And Powerline gets through and lead jam.
Tenacious T leaving that box. Stevie
Trying to
hanging
push their
out
way
alone.
through. Held up there by Masquerade. No pack call. Powerline wasn't able to take advantage of it.
I have a migraine. I have to leave. I'm sorry.
No worries. And Powerline calls off that jam. Was able to get the full 4. And Doves has got a bit of a headache, so Doves is going to tap out.
I've had one game off all day. I need to.
And now we got an official review here by Calgary. So they will either be looking for a penalty or looking to have a penalty rescinded, possibly. Like I said earlier, each team does get one official review per half. Should Calgary win this official review, they will get to retain it. When they call for an official review, both captains and from each captain and coach from each team go to the box or center, tell the ref what they want called. Then the refs will discuss, see who saw what, and make the call. That was a pretty fast comeback. Now the head ref will tell them what the call was. Yeah, I don't see anyone heading to the box, so it looks like Calgary lost that official review. And the jam is on. This will be Dead Velvet now, jamming against Executioner. There's a forearm call on Grease Lightning. Executioner runs into Loch Ness Monster. Actually, he gets called on a back block. So that means we are skating for the full 2 minutes as Executioner was your lead jammer of record. Chance for Dead Velvet to open up some points here. Nope, Executioner did not take a penalty, so they are back. So they were sent to the box, but then that penalty got taken away. Dead Velvet's through. Being chased by Executioner. Dead Velvet's put up 8, so has Executioner so far. And Executioner calls off this jam. Just under 4 minutes left. The score is 142-74. That is 68 points separating these two teams. The Mystic now the jammer for Rocky View, and Purple Venom for Calgary Roller Derby. Oh, you're not on the camera, Cakes, don't worry. Mystics is through. Gets lead. Purple is cycled back by Killer Cupcake. And came in a little too early and takes a cut call. And Mystic gets through for 4. No pack call. Karma chases Mystic down. Doesn't quite catch enough of them to knock them out. Here's a back block against April Sowers. Purple Venom's back and finishes their initial pass. They thought a skater was injured, but they weren't. We've got an official timeout. Just over 2 minutes left in this half. Don't forget at halftime to check out all of our fantastic vendors. We've got Alberta College of Massage Therapy here. They're have massage students to ease through those aches and pains from the on and off the track. Bad Girlfriend Skates. B Works by Red Karma. Beat Generation, I do believe, are here tomorrow. Calgary Roller Derby Association have their table selling a whole bunch of swag. The Calgary Gumballs from Calgary Super Leagues, the women's division of Super Leagues Calgary. They're a ball hockey team with some different gear. Derby Girl Chocolates, Full Mobility Chiropractic, Myolab, Nerd, Skelgrove, and Untamed Fernie. So many I can barely name them off. Most Great gets through as your lead jam. Also at the table when you first come in, there's option to bid to pie a player. Mo gets through, waits for the call from the bench, and calls off that jam. And Sperry Me. I think this is Sperry's first jam of the day. Going against Dead Velvet. The jam has started. Sperry pushing the jammers just past that pivot line. Pivot line sponsored by Bad Girlfriend Skate Shop. And Dead Velvet gets through and gets lead jam. And Sperry is headed to the box to feel shame. Del Velvet giving a little bit of direction to the team. Hoping to mix that, mash that, pack up. Pushed on by Nemesis, but able to stay up. Karma trying to hit Adeslam, but can't quite catch enough of them. And Dead Velvet's through for 4 points. Sperry bumped by Loch Ness Monster. Cycle back. And that is halftime. It looks like there was a multiplayer penalty there on one-hit Willow right at the end. They will still have to report to the box before they can be released. And that is halftime. We'll see everyone back in 15 minutes to finish off this exciting game. Currently the score is 158 for the Rocky View Rebels and 81 for Calgary Junior Roller Derby. What's going on? Got him. The only time they check your equipment is when the juniors play. Make sure your 3s and 2s and 1s are all safe. So you can bid up to the end of the last game for pie a player. You can bid to pie one of 3 players. Murderous Muffin, that bald man that just walked past me. Craftermath, who is at the desk, and Side Dish. Tomorrow, pie a player will be for one of the coaches, and then Sunday you can pie one of the juniors. Start of our second half. We got a score going in, 158 to 81. Calgary Juniors are trailing. One hit Willow took a penalty at the end of that last jam, so they will start this jam in the box. The Mystic will be your jam of record for Rocky View, and Dead Velvet for Calgary to start this half. It's the only time we need to pull anything up. Both jammers are trying to get through. Looking for a hole. Mystic knocked over by Grease. That's a cut there forced by Chevy Impaler on Mystic. Dead Velvet still trying to get through. That is Green Venom. No, Pink Venom. Calgary Roller Derby has 4 Venoms that skate for them. Pink, green, purple, and violet. Violet is not related to the other 3. The other 3 are triplets. Dead Velvet comes up, runs into Masquerade. Dead Velvet uses Grease as a bit of a whip. Gets through, sneaks a couple points in, and calls it off. Purple Venom now going to be jamming against the Mystic. Oh, the Mystic was in the box. They're out. They're trying to get through. Run into Lock, Hex, and Karma, but able to get through. Purple Venom held up by Sperry Me. It's knocked down. Hex making some space for Purple Venom. Purple Venom able to stay up, but just got knocked out. Cycled back by She-Hulk and Tenacious T. Mystic bouncing around like a pinball against Hex, Loch Ness Monster, and Karma. Decided they've had enough and calls off that jam. Was able to get 3 points. Lining up on your full mobility chiropractic jam line will be Wheel Crusher and Stevie Whips. And Stevie does manage to get through first and gets lead. Wheel Crusher trying to get through. Wheel Crusher cycled back. That is Nemesis cycling them back. There's a low block on April Sowers. Wheel Crusher trying to push their way through. Cycled back again by Nemesis. Stevie punches their way through. Chevy Impaler comes back and takes a star from Wheel Crusher. And there's a cut call on Wheel Crusher after they take that pass off that star. Speaking of which, Side Dish just walked past me. One of the skaters that you can pie should you bid on them. This is now Most Great going against Karma. Karma pushing on the pack. And gets through and gets lead jam. Being chased by Mo. Looks back to see where they are. Quickly through. Calls it off. Was able to sneak 1 point in there. Mo got 0. Executioner going against Dead Velvet. And they're on Executioner. Has to get past Hex. Hex throws a big hit, but Executioner able to stay up and in. Dead Velvet fighting against Tenacious T. It's a tripod there of Tenacious T, Spare Me, and the Mystic. Little slip, but able to stay in. Mexi gets the call from the bench to call that jam off, and does. And got a score now of 185 to 85, 100 points. April Sours now going to be jamming against Purple Venom. Trying to fight their way through. Purple Venom almost got through, but not quite. And April gets through and gets lead. Purple bouncing off some Rocky View skaters. April runs into Karma. And that's a forearm there call on Nemesis. That's a low block on Karma. And now, those blockers off the track, he will get Purple Venom free. April telling the team to skate. Gets through, scores 4, and calls it off. Powerline now going to be jamming against Stevie. Stevie whips. Jam is on Powerline, trying to power the way through. And just pushes their way through the pack. And our medics come out to capture on Kaleidoscope. The Kaleidoscope is up and skating away. Refs will have a quick discussion. Determine if a penalty at all will be assessed on that jam. When we come back, it'll be Stevie Whips jamming again, this time against Powerline again. Deja Vu. Karma going to be starting in the box as the pivot for Calgary Roller Derby. Thank you again to our medics. Sorry we're making you do work. You have until the end of this or the next game in order to bet on the Paya player. It'll take place after. And don't forget to get your tickets in the raffle. You can get them at the CCRD Chinook City Roller Derby table. $2 a ticket. You can enter to win a Carriage House Dine and Stay package valued at over $350. For general 4 admissions to Callaway Park. A Fit Set Ninja gift certificate for 5 open gym sessions. A $50 gift certificate to Notable. It's a restaurant here in Bowness. They have some fantastic food. I've been there once. The Hanger Museum, you get a family membership for 1 year. A family mini golf package valued at $80 from Winsport. Powerline almost got through, but got caught by Cupcake. Stevie pushing their way through, held up by Locke, Grease, and Crashity. Grease catches just enough to knock them back. And that is a cut penalty on Stevie Whips. That'll put Powerline on a power jam. Some bodies are falling. Speedy Petey, Nemesis, and Cupcake trying their best to hold Powerline back, and they're able to. Powerline was able to score 3 points before they called off that jam. Puts Calgary at 88 to 97 for Rocky View. 109 points. Masquerade going against Dead Velvet. We've seen this matchup before. Mo runs into Chevy and Paler, but can't quite knock them down. Mo just threw right before Dead Velvet. Both skaters tried to jump the apex, but Dead Velvet had the inside and was able to secure it. Mo holds on, calls it off, able to get 4, but Dead Velvet snuck 1 more point in there before they did. We got a little kerfuffle on the track. Got to tape it down. We got a little official timeout. Oh, we got a little blood on the flat track. Thank you for all of our volunteers this weekend for Flat Track Fever, our skating officials, our non-skating officials, people running the door, people running the vendor booths, photographers, you name it, all these people. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be able to put on Derby, or we wouldn't be able to put on fantastic events like this. Thanks to Stream Systems Technology for giving us the equipment so we could stream this game on YouTube. Reminder once again, we do have a Google form that you could fill out on Facebook on the Flat Track Fever Facebook page for the overall MVP for the weekend. They would do in a $250 gift certificate to Rydell. They must make the purchase directly through Rydell. We're back at it again tomorrow morning, bright and early. Tomorrow on this track, we have, let's see, this is track 1. So at 9 a.m., we got Team Divergence taking on High Altitude. Then 11, we got the Crude Assassins taking on Medicine Hat. At 1 p.m., we got Team Ontario taking on the Jane Deers. At 3 p.m., we got the Natural Born Thrillers taking on Saskatoon. At 5 o'clock, we got Team Divergence taking on the Eves of Destruction. And then we have the fundraiser game, which is our shenanigans game. Who doesn't like shenanigans? That takes place at 7 o'clock. It will be a beach theme, so if you have beach wear, wear it. On track 2, which will be in the hockey rink at 9:15, we got West Coast Spirit taking on Calgary Junior Roller Derby. Then we have Team Northern BC taking on Avalanche City at 11:15. At 1:15, we got Rocky View taking on the Windy City Wipeouts. That is a junior game. At 3:15, we got the NF Bombs taking on High Altitude. Then at 5:15, we got West Coast Spirit taking on the Windy City Wipeouts. And then to finish it off at 7:15, we got Team Northern BC taking on Team Ontario. Yeah, we got our biohazard all cleaned up. We are ready to roll. Killer Cupcake. This is their first jam of the day, I do believe. Going up against Purple Venom. The jam is on. And Cupcake quickly threw on the outside. And Purple Venom asking for some help. Karma, Green Venom, and Ditzy come in to help out a bit. Ditzy and Green catch enough of a kick, knock him down, but not out. Ditzy skates around. Come back and form in that tripod. Both jammers are cycled back. Purple Venom still looking for that initial pass. Oh, Cupcake almost able to stay up, but put that foot down. And Calgary has successfully passed the star. Wheel Crusher is now the jammer on record for Calgary Roller Derby. And they're getting held up there. That is One Hit Willow holding the back. Now back runs into April Sowers. And at a slam. Oh, One Hit Willow goes off for a forearm. And Wheel Crusher's knocked down. Has a little equipment malfunction, has to fix that. Gets the star on, is knocked out by She-Hulk. Trying to fight their way through. Just gets past Adaslam. And that jam comes to its natural conclusion. There's something on the track, but Killer L has grabbed that. I think that's someone's wristband. Power line going up against Stevie Whips. And Stevie gets through and gets lead. And Hex in there trying to make some space for Power line. Stevie able to jump and keep past. And Chevy's now taking the star. Oh, and just knocked out by Nemesis. Nemesis takes out Stevie and themselves, and Chevy was able to cut back into the track. Scores 227 and 93. 134 points separating these two teams. There's a back block call on someone. Oh, Speedy Petey, maybe. Yep. And Del Velvet's through and is your lead jammer. Del Velvet trying to get through. Just has to get past She-Hulk. She-Hulk, big hit. That's a forearm on She-Hulk. Petey comes back through. Dead Velvet, oh! Nice little move there to duck past Executioner. Dead Velvet getting chased down by April. Comes through. Hits the pack, calls it off. April will pick up 2, but Dead Velvet picked up 4, so total of 12 on that jam. Makes your score 105 to 229. The Mystic now going to be jamming, this time against Purple Venom. Oh, Chevy Impaler is going off for a penalty. Spent some time in that not false, the genuine penalty box. Purple comes back in the pack. Just has to get past Cupcake, trying to fight their way through. There's a team trying to make some space for them. Cupcake doing some excellent tabletop work. Trying to fight their way through. The penalty box is now cleared. Purple cycled back there by Killer Cupcake. Sees a hole and finds it and gets through. Mystic is back on and finishes their initial pass, and Purple Venom calls off that jam. A hard-fought 4 points for Purple Venom. Brings Calgary within 120. Power line going to be jamming against Tenacious T. Tenacious T held up there by Green Venom, Loch Ness Monster, and Ditzy. Able to get through. Powerline trying to push their way through. Can't quite get all the way through. Tenacious T tries to get low and can't quite get past Loch Ness Monster. Tenacious T knocked down by Karma. We got a couple failure reform penalties, one on Loch Ness Monster and one on One Hit Willow. And we now got a star pass. Karma now the jammer of record for Calgary. Skater trying to get in the way of Karma. Karma just pushes their way past them. Tenacious T coming up, looking to score a few more points before the end of this jam. Gets through and calls it off. April Sauer is now going to be jamming against the Dead Velvet. Dead Velvet trying to get there through the pack. April gets through first, gets lead jam. And Dead Velvet gets through as well. April. All the junior skaters will take a knee. And then we'll skate back to their bench once the ref tells them to. And our medics will come out and check on our skater, make sure they are okay. And what kind of attention they do need. Hmm. 10 more minutes left in this half and this game. And Violet Venom is up and skating back. Looks like they are going to be skating right over to the medic. The medic will check them out a little bit more. Karma going to be jamming against April Sowers. Yo, Duke, what's up? And April gets through and gets lead jam over Karma. Calgary Blockers trying to make a little bit of room for Karma. Karma's caught by Executioner. Karma able to get through on the outside. Caught Fireball there. Was able to give them a little bit of a pop before they got Karma with a big hit on April Sowers. Makes April call off that jam. And we're back. This is going to be Slam going up against Purple Venom. Purple Venom almost through, is knocked out by Masquerade. Cycled all the way back. That's one hit Willow, pushing him back even further. Purple trying to get their way through. There's a back block on Hex. There's a multiplayer on Crashity. Slime comes back around. Knocked out by Green Venom. Where's that Pink Venom? That's Pink Venom. Sometimes I can't tell who they are much if they're not, I can't see their helmets. Because Pink Venom and Green Venom are identical twins. And then Purple Venom is the third triplet. And then Violet Venom is no relation. Power line now going to be jamming again, this time against Stevie Whips. Blockers are getting ready. And Stevie quickly threw on the outside. And Tenacious T is going off for a penalty. Stevie hit hard. And the medic will have to come out and assess. Stevie says they're okay, but because looks like their head might have made some contact, so they will have to go get some concussion check. And our clock is still running. There it is. Now it's stopped. I'll have to fix the clock, fix that time, get it right. The refs are going to talk. See, looks like they're making a decision if there's going to be any call on that play. When we come back, Killer Cupcake will be your jammer against Dead Velvet, looks like. It looks like Calgary is going to call a timeout. That'll be their second timeout. The score is 269 to 109, 160 points separating these two teams. But if you've been watching this game, 160 points, it's actually not as crazy as it seems like it could have been. The game's been a lot closer than what the score reflects. which can happen sometimes in Derby. Yeah, and the jam's back on. Down Velvet taking on Killer Cupcake. Killer Cupcake trying to get through. Knocked down by Karma. That's a forearm call on Karma. That's a failure to reform penalty on She-Hulk. Dead Velvet able to sneak past Cupcake, so Cupcake calls off that jam. Six minutes. And refs are coming in. Looks like they're having a quick confab. I completely forgot to check what that official review was for earlier in the game. Oh, Rocky View is calling for an official review right now. Reminder that once again, after this game is over, at 7 o'clock, we do have the Calgary All-Stars taking on the Glenmore Reservoir Dogs to close out day one of Flat Track Fever 2025. We still have time to check out all of our fantastic vendors. We've got, in no particular order, the Alberta College of Massage. They're massage shoes here to ease through those aches and pains from on and off the track. Bad Girlfriend Skates is here in the far corner there, but under the BC flag. They have roller skate apparel, gear, and accessories, and more. B-Works by Red Karma, just over here, right beside the purple and green balloons. Red Streaks is trying to make some money to get to Australia for Team Canada Junior Roller Derby. And we got Executioner. This is a pretty empty track. We got one blocker for Rocky View, two for Calgary. And we got some jammers returning to the track. No pack call. And everyone making some space for Purple Venom. They get through. Purple gets up. Man. The bench yelling for Purple to call it, and they finally do. Executioner able to put up 8 points. Most Grade taking on Powerline. Just over 5 minutes left. Mo able to get through on the outside. Able to sneak past that's Green Venom and Ditzy Dynamo. There's a high block on Sperry Me. And we got a star pass. Chevy's now got the star for Calgary Roller Derby. And Chevy coming up from the pack. And the jam is called off before they get a chance to try and score any points. .285 to 109. 4 minutes left. A lot of exciting roller derby so far today. More to come for the next 2 days. And Karma catches Executioner. Went out as well, so Mexi doesn't have to cycle back, but Dead Velvet does get lead jam because of that. Some bodies are falling. Everyone makes sure. Meta coming out now. Wheel Crusher started to get up and just kind of pointed to their shoulder. So just make sure they're okay. That will most likely do it for Wheel Crusher's day because they're not playing in the next game. And there's only 3 minutes left in this game. .3 24 seconds. Score is 288 to 112. It's 176 points difference. Looks like Executioner's coming out again to jam again. Looks like Wheel Crusher might have bumped their head a little bit. Three and a half minutes left. Let's finish running through all of our vendors. We've got the Alberta College Massage, Bad Girlfriend, Beadworks by Red Karma. Beat Generation is here right by the entrance. They're selling some wares. I don't know if anyone's watching. We were in Kalamazoo with some merch. Calgary Roller Derby Association has a whole bunch of swag, all kinds of stuff you might want. We got Derby Girl Chocolates, teamed by Divergences here now with their swag. Full Mobility Chiropractor, who are also sponsors of our Jam line. The Jam is on. Executioner taking on Powerline. There's a forearm going to Loch Ness Monster. No pack call means Powerline's able to get through. Powerline passed there by Executioner. Mexi gets through, scores the full 4. But Powerline able to sneak 2 in. Yeah, we got Stevie Whips now going against Karma. And Stevie gets through on the inside. Gets lead. Karma almost able to stay in, but is knocked out by Tenacious T and April Sowers. And Stevie is going off for a cut. That's going to put Karma on a power jam. And that means we are skating for the full 2 minutes. And Green Venom takes a star from Karma. April tries to get Tenacious T and push them into Green Venom's way. Green Venom comes back through. Oh, but Green Venom took a cut penalty on that too. Stevie knocked down by Karma. Cycled all the way back around. Karma almost caught Stevie. Stevie just able to get by. And Stevie gets by for another 4 points. Stevie dances through. What's up? Knocked by Ditzy. Ditzy and Karma giving chase. And that jam comes to its natural conclusion. And Calgary is calling a timeout. Calgary has called a timeout. They haven't stopped the clock just yet. Stop the clock. There we go, we're back. 1 second left. Enough time for one more jam. This will be Purple Venom. Jamming up against who? Oh, Adeslam. There they are. Please wait till the end, the official rolling whistle that the game is over before you come in for high fives. Don't forget to go online to the Flat Track Fever Facebook page to vote for the most valuable player for the weekend. They win a $250 Rydell gift certificate. Both jammers trying to push their way through. Neither one has gotten lead yet. And there we go. We got our bunch of Calgary skaters coming to help out Purple Venom. Jammers are trying to get through. Stevie coming on their first scoring pass. Or, sorry, Adeslam, not Stevie. They look similar. Adeslam almost got through his hit. No pack call there. Purple Venom is able to get through on their initial pass. And Adeslam is going off for a cut track. That means our last jam is going to be a 2-minute jam. There's a forearm on Masquerade. A directional call on One Hit Willow. And also there's a second penalty to One Hit Willow. Purple Venom comes up on the pack, which is just the Mystic and Sperry Me. So go back, that jam comes to its natural conclusion. We got your unofficial final score of 320 to 125. Please wait for the rolling whistle before you come out for high fives. That is official. Your final score is officially 320 for Rocky View Rebels, 125 for the Calgary Juniors. Time for high fives. Get in there. We'll see everyone back here in 18 minutes for Calgary All-Stars taking on the Glenmore Reservoir Dogs.